Hi everyone, my name is Arpana Sachdeva and today we will discuss a brief about the Solicitor's Qualifying Examination and some frequently asked questions about this exam. Now let me take you through what this examination is all about. This examination is conducted by Solicitor's Regulatory Authority, which is similar to what we have in India as Bar Council of India, which regulates, monitor, and of course give you license to practice as a solicitor in England and Wales once you clear this solicitor's qualifying examination. Now this examination is divided into two parts, or you can say in two phases, SQE1 and SQE2. SQE1 is again divided into two parts, that is FLK1, which is known as Fundamental Legal Knowledge 1, and Fundamental Legal Knowledge 2, which is commonly known as FLK2. Now both these FLKs are MCQ based examination. You will be tested on black letter law in this exam. The black letter law is anything which is undisputed law, that is any law which is undisputed, settled through a precedent or a statute passed by a parliament. Now, in SQE 1, you will have 360 questions from both FLKs. That is 180 questions from the Fundamental Legal Knowledge 1, FLK 1, and 180 questions from FLK 2. Now, FLK 1 exam will happen on one day where you have to take 90 questions in 2 hours 33 minutes and 90 questions in 2 hours 33 minutes with 1 hour break. FLK2 will happen next week, and in that you have to take 90 questions in 2 hours 33 minutes with 1 hour break, and the next 90 questions in 2 hours 33 minutes. Once you pass both these FLKs with 60%, you will be eligible to sit for SQE2. Now SQE2 is again divided into two parts, that is written assessment and oral assessment. Written assessment will going to test your skills, as in SQE1 you were tested on the black letter law, that is undisputed law through a case law or a statute, right? In SQE2 you will be tested on your skills. So in written skills you will be tested on legal drafting, legal research, legal writing, and case and matter analysis. The second part of SQE2, that is oral assessment. In the oral assessment, you will be tested on number 1, your skills to interview a client and your skills to present your client in front of a court. So in total, there will be 6 skills on which you will be tested on. Once you pass SQE1 together in written examination and on oral examination, you will be eligible to enroll yourself as a solicitor with Solicitors Regulatory Authority, or commonly known as SRA. Now, let me take you through some fundamental questions asked on this examination. Now, the first question which generally people ask is, I am a law student. Can I take SQE? Yes, of course, you are a law student. You can take this examination, but you must pass your LLB, take a degree, and then you can sit for SQE1. To give SQE2, you must enroll with the Bar Council and clear All India Bar exam. Now, let's see what is the second question. I am a law graduate but have not registered myself as an advocate with Bar Council. Can I take the exam? Okay. Yes. So the answer to your question is, you can take SQE1, of course, but to give SQE2, you have to enroll yourself with the Bar Council and give All India Bar examination. Now let's take up the next question, which is when is SQE 1 and SQE 2 are conducted, and can I give it from India? Yes, of course, you can give it from India, but of course there is a catch, right? Now let me take the first part of this question, that is when these examinations are conducted. Now, you can give SQE 1, it happens 2 times a year, that is in January and in July. You can give this examination, the SQE 1, the first phase of the examination, from your home country, that is in our case India. We can give this examination from India. There are various centers and you can choose your center and give this exam. Now coming to SQE 2. SQE 2 happens 4 times a year, that is January, April, July and October. Now the first phase of SQE 2, that is written assessment. You can give this examination, the written assessment examination, where you are tested on 4 skills as we discussed earlier in this video, from India. But for the oral assessment, that is for the client interview and the advocacy, where you need to present your skills, that you can present your client in front of a court, you have to visit to UK. So only for the oral examination you have to visit UK. Now let us move to the next question. I have 3 years of practice experience in India in the High Court of Gujarat. Can I get an exemption from SQE 2? Okay, this is one of the most asked questions. Yes, if you are an Indian qualified lawyer, then of course you can get an exemption. Now the question will be, what is Indian qualified lawyer? Who will be qualified as an Indian qualified lawyer, right? Qualified lawyer is anyone who is enrolled with the Bar Council and has cleared All India Bar exam. Of course, there is a catch over here. If your enrollment is before 2010, then you are not required to give All India Bar exam. But if this is not the case, then you have to demonstrate that yes, you have cleared All India Bar exam and you are a qualified lawyer in India. Then you can go for the exemption from SQE. There is a procedure, that is something for another video. I will explain the entire exemption procedure and the documentations and evidences required in a next video. Now let's just take some other question, that is, I have 1 year of experience as advocate in India, High Court and Supreme Court. Can I go for SQE 2 exemption? Okay, so you have 1 year of experience. So yes, it is a little difficult, but of course you can go. Your exemption will be decided by the Solicitor Regulatory Authority on case-to-case basis, that they will going to check your application. Documentation is more, and you have to demonstrate various things. For example, you have to show that you are a professionally ethical person. You have to demonstrate that you have worked in technical legal matters. You have to demonstrate and give evidence on that you have the ability to work and collaborate with people. And of course, you have to demonstrate that you have the ability to manage your work. So yes, documentation for a person having 2 years or more than 2 years of experience is less, but people have less than 2 years of experience, the documentations will be more. Okay, coming to the next question, that is, I have created my SRA account, but I am unable to find the assessment booking option. Okay, so this is one of the most common questions which are asked. See, we need to understand this thing, that though solicitor's qualifying examination is conducted by Solicitors Regulatory Authority, but they have given the contract to take this examination to a third party, that is Kaplan. To take the examination, you have to create SQE account, whereas for your registration as a solicitor for applying for exemption, you have to create My SRA account. In this question, you have asked this thing that you have created My SRA account and you are not able to find assessment booking window. You will not find it in your My SRA account, but you will find it in SQE account. You need to create SQE account for the same. Now let us take some more questions. This: I am qualified Indian advocate, did my law degree from an Indian university and my masters from England. Can I get an exemption from SQE 1? Okay, so the answer is straight away no. You cannot get an exemption from SQE 1 if you have done your law from India and you have done your master's LLM from UK. The reason behind it is this, that to be eligible for getting exemption from SQE 1, you need to demonstrate that you have studied all the subjects, including all the subtopics in this syllabus, and none of these subtopics or topics are missed, which is mentioned in the syllabus is not missed by you. Then only you can get an exemption. In case you have missed one of these topic, then you are not eligible to get the exemption from SQE 1. So yes, Indian advocates who have passed law from India are not eligible to get an exemption from SQE 1. Now let us come to the next question. When is the ideal time to apply for SQE 2 exemption? Okay, this is one of the interesting questions. Okay, what is the ideal time? Ideal time is 6 months before your SQE 1 result. Why? SRA says that they take 6 months to answer your SQE 2 exemption application. If you apply, for example, you are giving the examination in July and your result will come in September. So if you just calculate 6 months, it is around March. If you apply for your exemption in March, you will get your exemption before September, before your result is out, and you will in a position to say that okay, now I have to prepare for SQE 2, or I have to just go and enroll myself as a solicitor. It will going to save a lot of time of yours. In case you apply later, for example, if you apply after getting the result from SQE 1, you will end up losing your 3 to 6 months, because you will get an confirmation. By the time you are not preparing for SQE 2 or you are preparing for SQE 2, you are giving your time there as well. Maybe you don't know that you will get an exemption or not. You are just wasting your time. So it's better that you should apply for your SQE 2 exemption 6 months before your result is out. Now let us come to the next question. I am practicing advocate and can not give time towards studies daily, but can give 5 hours on weekend, that is Saturdays and Sunday. Will this suffice to prepare? Okay, yes. You need to understand this thing, that SQE 1 syllabus is vast. You need to give time to prepare for the entire syllabus, right? Giving 2 to 3 hours daily will suffice. And if you do not have time, because of course you are a working professional and you might not get time from your office, courts and everything to study, so of course you can give more time towards the weekends. And I would suggest that keep your target high, that within weekend, Saturdays and Sunday, you are completing at least 5 to 6 topics and covering the entire syllabus on the weekends. Now let us take up another question. Next question is, how many months do I have to give to prepare for this examination? Okay, so yes, how many months you have to give? The ideal time is 6 to 7 months. If you are regular in your studies and you are giving 2 to 3 hours daily for 6 to 7 months, you will be prepared to give this examination, fully prepared in fact. And yes, that is the ideal time. I won't say that you take up 1 year or 1.5 years to prepare, because it is just, you will be it is a long time and anything can happen within a year or so. So yes, the ideal time is 6 to 7 months. So yes, this was all about a little brief about SQE examination, that is Solicitors Qualifying Examination, and some frequently asked questions on this exam. So if you have any questions on this examination, do let me know. I will answer those. Thank you so much for your time.